Morning, students. Today's talk will be on longitude and the international dateline. The lines of longitude run north to south. They are used to define the east-western position of a location on the planet. They run perpendicular to the equator and latitude lines. Half of a longitudinal circle is called as a meridian, which is where the term comes from in the name Greenwich meridian or prime meridian. Longitudes are primarily responsible for setting up the different time zones on the Earth's surface as they calculate and determine the variation of time at different locations on the Earth at the same given time or even after periodic intervals. The basic purpose of longitudes is the setting up of different time zones and its calculation. The international dateline is an imaginary line on Earth's surface defining the boundary between one day and the next. The international dateline is located halfway around the world from the prime meridian, 0 degree longitude, and is absolutely the overlapping of the 180 degree east longitude or the 180 degree west longitude from the 0 degree prime meridian. It is also known as the line of demarcation. The international dateline is directly or diametrically opposite to the prime meridian and runs from the north pole to the south pole and marks the divide between the western and eastern hemisphere. It is not straight but zigzag to avoid political and country borders and to not cut some countries in half. What happens when you cross the international dateline? When you cross the international dateline while flying in the air or while going by ships or by any other means of waterways from west to east, you subtract a day. Means while going from west to east, you subtract a day means you are going to lose a day. But if you cross the line from east to west, you add a day. Means while going from east to west, a person gains time or gains a day. But while coming from west to east, a person loses time or that is why subtracts a day. Depending on which time zone the country follows, the time difference on either side of the line is not always 24 hours. For example, if you travel the 1061 kilometers across the dateline from Baker Island to Tokelau. Baker Island is in the USA, Tokelau in Hawaii. You have to add 25 hours or 1 day and 1 hour because the two locations which are mentioned above are separated by the international dateline while going from east to west or west to east. We can conclude by saying that the international dateline, which can also be referred to as the 360 degrees longitude, happens to be the meeting point of the 180 degrees eastern longitude and a 180 degrees west longitude, where both these two aforesaid longitudes overlap upon each other. The international dateline stands diametrically opposite to the 0 degree longitude, which is also known as the prime meridian. This is primarily because the shape of the Earth or the Earth's surface is not round but is oblate spheroid. Thank you.